What's all of the sub synth about? Let's take a look. Hi, I'm Rob Sharp with Geared for Worship, helping worship ministries be more efficient to be more effective. Someone recently asked me, why am I seeing so many sub synth stems? And this is a great question. And the quick answer, which is accurate but sounds a little harsh, is that it's a trend. So what is this trend based on? Well, it's rooted in the popularity of certain worship genre hitmakers. But what's the purpose? What's the why? In general, there are three reasons to use sub synth parts. The first two are kind of linked: providing a lower octave and air movement. We are in the age of the immersive mix, and I'm not against this, but one common tool to achieve this is just get more air movement in the room to really feel it. I'm not questioning or judging the philosophy. I think for those who have originated the trend, they would lean towards the third reason, which is tone and texture. Just as much as the lower octave and air movement is important. Much like the guitar tracks, listen to that track soloed and listen to it on good speakers and even in your room, and see if it gets you the effect that you are actually trying to go for. Most of the time the tracks are just sustained notes, nothing rhythmically, so they don't necessarily get in the way, but the question remains, can your room, your system, and your tech team articulate this with a live bassist and live musicians? I have to say that I find it funny that for years we've been begging pianists not to walk all over bassists, only now to be crowding them with sub synths. Come on, you gotta admit that's a little funny. So seeing that our job is about people, not just music, is there a way to utilize the actual bassist to cover sub synth parts? Well, in some genre, it's not uncommon at all to see basses with a Moog or some other synth bass at their disposal. But not all basses are multi-instrumentalist, so let's take a look at some other options. The first and easiest solution would be an effects pedal, such as the Electro-Harmonix monosynth, or the MXR Octave Deluxe, maybe the Boss OC2. How about the DOD Meatbox Sub Synth Pedal Reissue? What a name, right? Now these are going to manipulate the tone, but another option is to use MIDI with your bass to be able to mix both bass tone and a physical sub synth or DAW. The Sonus B2M converts your bass signal into MIDI and allows you to trigger any MIDI device. Yes, you could use Mainstage or Ableton, but that is one more computer. Sometimes hardware options are simple and cheaper. This option has the bassist playing both parts. If you are looking for a physical sub-synth keyboard, the Novation Bass Station 2 is a great option for the money. Coming in around $440, this would work well as a keys option or as a sound source for the Sonus B2M. Yes, it's not a Moog, but how important is this to your mix? But the first question is, do you need it? Does it make a difference, or does it make a positive difference? Sounding like a recording is not always achievable, nor should that be your ultimate goal, at least in my opinion. We can chase perfection and lose sight of the bigger picture. I actually play in a cover band, and there's nothing wrong paying really close attention to small details. But worship bands are not cover bands. We're not playing to pay respect to the artist or recreating a recording or recreate a previous worship experience. It could be that you use sub-synth so seldomly investing in the gear just doesn't make practical sense for you, especially when you've already purchased stems. And that makes total sense and is being a good steward. Our sole purpose is to honor Christ, and certainly we can leverage technology to do that. I'm not against that at all. These are just some of the things to think about when you go to use Sub Synth Stems. What are your thoughts on Sub Synth Stems? I would love to know in the comments below. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Are you indifferent or situational? Depends on the song. What's your take? Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications so you know when more videos are released here to help you be more efficient to be more effective.